You are free, you will live free, you will die free. The only chains that exist are in your mind. You can do anything you want if you put your mind to it.
I'm wearing armor because I wish to take some good video from the very front if there is a clash.
Man with a megaphone saying things that are funny. We're starting to feel scared. We're starting to forget just how divine and special we are as human beings. Every single one of you is the only example of you.
I wish to leave. Why can't I leave?
You've been arrested for running a breach of the peace. You're staying in the park.
What? I've been arrested?
Good. Code word Bravo 2 Alpha. Please come and reclaim your backpack. Okay, cancel everything. No more drugs for sale. That's it. As an employee, you do not need a notebook to take anyone's details. I'll tell you the identification here. I am me, you are you, he is him.
Gentlemen of the police, revolution has come to these shores. Welcome to the final days of disco, baby. The city of London, along with the Eurozone, is collapsing. And then what are you guys gonna do? Go on.
My name's Charlie Veitch. I'm a 31-year-old filmmaker. I'm, I guess, a revolutionary, not to give myself a lofty title, but I do wish for a collapse of the old established order of power, money and control. I don't have AK-47s, I don't have bombs, I don't have a whole network behind me. The way I am a revolutionary is I make films, and I go out there on the street and try and engage with people live, as in the few hundred people that I might engage with on that particular day, and also on YouTube or the internet. I'm quite an extremist, quite a radical, so I don't speak for anyone else except myself. I wish for a complete and utter collapse of the modern way of living, and I wish for people to desert their jobs in finance, in the police, in the army. I wish for utter chaos in companies, in governments, in organizations. I wish for these organizations to be unable to work. And I wish for people to snap out of their zombie EastEnders X Factor watching mundane existence. I got my first job after university was working for HSBC, selling expensive loans to poor people. And I did very well at it, but I had to go home every night and scrub myself with sandpaper and have a cold shower just to get the evil off my skin. And I went from that into being a financial advisor for HBOS, and I lost my job, and that was really the kind of moment where I was walked along the pirate's plank of the corporate world and then kicked off into the sea. And luckily, because I don't know if I would have had the balls to quit otherwise, I was able suddenly, after being made redundant, to do what I always wanted to do, something I should have done from the age of 16 onwards, but it took me until I was 28 to do it.
Well, I need it live. Okay, here we are at St. Paul's. As you can see, the violent anarchists are sitting around being very violent. There's been 4 injuries this morning with the police, 3 stabbings, and 2 bombs have been found. So the police will clear up this violent anarchist camp within an hour, I think. As you can see, the mood is like a riot. It's like an insurrection. It's like a hyena's attacking a dead gazelle. The protesters have started to turn on one another. Welcome to Fox News.
You are all infantry soldiers in the big warfare of business. So put your suit on, get back to your desk, work a bit harder, and just maybe you'll get that promotion.
So comedy is a double-edged sword. At this stage in the revolution, very effective. But when the proto-fascist police start rounding up people and beating them up, maybe comedy isn't appropriate at that time. So there is great opportunities for comedy and satire against robotically minded drones when they get in formation and kettle a group of protesters or arbitrarily detain a group of photographers just for being in the wrong place. And so I'm very aware that at the moment on the streets of London or wherever, Canada, Edinburgh, wherever, we cannot win at the moment physically against the police. But we can win psychologically by using comedy, by using funny slogans, by completely taking the absolute PISS out of them. You can win.
So, remember, we're all in this together. I think a lot of the people behind me are a bit pissed off that public services are being cut quite massively, yet we have the money to bomb Libya. And, I used to support the war in Iraq back in 2003 when I was a young man. I even joined the army to go and kill terrorists. Nations got very rich.
If you want to have a rock and roll, revolutionary lifestyle and actually fight the power and do something and try and free people, then it will get mucky. It will get painful sometimes. You'll laugh, you'll cry, you'll love, you'll hate, you'll feel courage, you'll feel fear, and you'll have to deal with all the emotions and stuff that goes along with it. But I think I reconciled myself a long time ago that I wanted a human experience. I didn't want a guru's experience or some sitting on a rock meditating experience. I wanted the full warts and all package of what it is to be human. And it's very emotional, and quite rightly so. It's fantastic. I love it. I love life.
Safe and fair world. Sorry, if that was offensive to anyone, just raise your hand. Oh, good crowd. Oh, good crowd. Don't worry, there'll be some big jokes coming up in a minute.